let's talk about what you did say. Yeah, you said you can come to my club and take who you want. What happened?
Well, I mean,
you said Levy will score Marinakis.
You know
what happened?
Meatball Marinakis done what he done, and he literally threatened the guy to leave, so he didn't leave. The guy stood there talking to him like he's his dad. He's got his head down, doesn't even want to do no eye contact. For one, why is he even standing in the interview right now?
It was weird. It was weird. Wasn't
really
it?
How was it weird? How's it weird?
It's literally
very. Come on, it was weird.
Any body language expert will tell you that he's trying to intimidate Morgan Gibbs White.
I'd like to thank Mr. Marinakis for always believing in me. 2 weeks earlier, you wanted a medical at Tottenham. What do you mean, thanks? I believe in the project. Do you? You wanted to leave. You believe. Here's the only thing I'll say.
Here you go.
Let me be. I'll try and be level-headed about it. Fair play to Forest for keeping their man. Fair play to Marinakis for doing what we all want our chairman to do. I'm not knocking that.
He's a good chairman. Yeah.
But for me,
the best.
Morgan Gibbs White to come out and say, I believe in this project. I like what we're building here. I want to continue here. I'm thinking, hang on. 2 weeks ago, you were ready to come to Tottenham for a medical. And if you believed in it so much, here's my one thing that's not being talked about enough. You believed in this so much, did you? Right? And this is all above board, it is, that he signed a 1-year contract extension.
Which is a 3-year contract.
But okay, Wolfie, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. He already had 2 years to go. He signed a 1-year contract extension. So if he believed in this project, if it was truly that he wants to be at Forest, why has he not signed a 5 or 6 year deal?
How do you know a 5-year deal was offered to him?
Okay, so then I'll spin that. So if Mr. Marinakis, we want to keep Morgan, everything we're doing, Morgan's the future of this club. Why is he only being offered a 1-year contract extension? We can all see what's going on here.
It's a 3-year deal.
It's not a 3-year deal. He's already got 2 years left.
Okay, you can't say those 2 years just don't count now because there's been extended one.
They were already there.
Deal.
Wolfie, do you not understand how?
Come on, for once, be sensible. They were already there.
No, I just think you're grabbing on to the fact that it's a 1 year plus the 2 year deal extension, and that's meant to mean what?
No, what the point I'm making is, forget whether he was coming to Spurs or any other club. My point is, if you're going to sign a new contract at a club and you're going to give it the big one, Mr. Marinakis believes in me, I believe in the project, and Mr. Marinakis is saying everything we want to do, Morgan's at the heart of it, he's the heartbeat of this club, and yet you go, okay, what's the contract? Oh, it's changed from 2027 to 2028. I mean, it doesn't take a genius, Wolfie, and if this wasn't your player, this is where you become sensible. You're only not sensible when it's your own club. Okay. You know as well as I do that all they've done here is doubled his wages or whatever the number is, right? Giving him more money.
150, not that much.
And whatever they've said to him, he can go for X amount, blah, 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 or you can go at the end of it. Otherwise, surely the contract is signed until at least 2030. Why 1 year?
So if you want to have an objective conversation about it, because the whole point of the extension Forest wanted out of it was to remove the 60 mil. That was the key to it all. So the clause has been removed. There's no new clause in there. And there's no Harry Kane style gentleman's agreement at the end of the year that he can go. The deal is the deal. So now he's been told quite clearly, if you want to stay or if you want to go, whatever scenario you pick, you need to now perform on the pitch. That's the key thing, because we will not accept 60 million for you next summer. Therefore, you need to perform like a 70 million pound player, 80 million pound player, whatever it might be, right? Then that will be the level we accept it. But we will not have teams like Spurs illegally approach this and try it and take it. Now,
listen, without your silly little digs, this is what you do. Well, Wolfie, stop with the silly little digs. My point is very valid, and I think the other boys on the panel, from looking at their faces, agree with me. If this was a genuine, we're signing up our top player to a brand new contract. If Spurs did this, if Christian Romero this summer, right? We're all saying, aren't we, George? Sign the contract, sign up till 2030, whatever. If Christian Romero, they come out and go, we're delighted to announce a contract extension, and it's by 1 year. What? What are we doing here? Then we're just pushing the can 1 year down the road. Right?
The point of the contract was to remove the release clause. Like you're holding on to this 1 year extension. Again, I will say I don't care if he leaves this summer still, right? I'm not bothered. Okay. The whole point was that they didn't like the 60 million that was there. Whether the contract's extended by a week or if the contract came out and it was no extension, just the same thing with extra wages and the removal of the release clause, what does that matter? Forest's objective is to remove the release clause. They believe, and I think wrongfully so, that in the next 12 months he will prove himself to be a better player. I hope to be standard and corrected on that one, and that he will be worth more money. I still stand on the fact I think he was worth 60 million. My thing was
that's what my next question was going to ask. Do you think that you should have accepted the 60 mil because you won't get no more than that? Then
60 mil. I would have taken for him, just not to Spurs.
I don't think Gibbs White gets his move.
It's childish.
I think Gibbs White's big move to a big club like Spurs is done now. I don't know if anyone comes back in for him after this mess.
But you say that, Jamie. But Marinakis came out and said that when he spoke to Gibbs White, he said Spurs is not an upward step for you. This is the thing. This is why Gibbs
to say that. It's like you silly Forest fans.
He's the one who bitch slapped Levy, bro. That's who he is to say that, right? He came out and said you cannot go to a team.
Say that again.
He's the one who bitch slapped Levy. The one who bitch slapped Levy.
But Wolfie, you're a grown man talking like a 12-year-old in the playground. He's bitch slapped Levy. Now let's take this back to the
He literally bent him over. Levy spread his own cheeks for him. Marinakis didn't even have to spread him, bro.
I'm always having to reel you in and remind you that when you say stupid shit like that, it sounds childish.
You may think it's stupid, bro, but this is what happened. This is what happened. If you want to do the whole I am holier than thou,
you're not listening to me.
Intellectual card out. This is a football discussion.
You're not listening.
We don't have to have the discussion how you want the discussion to be had.
Wolfie, you're not listening as usual.
Nor are you. What did I just say?
Everybody.
What did I just say? Prove you were listening. What did I just say?
You said he bitch slaps Levy.
What did I say after that? I said about.
You ask a sentence. If you ask a question, let someone finish. This is not the Wolfie show. No one else gets to talk about any football point because you're always firing in childish digs. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic.
So what did I say?
Let's bring back facts, right? Just because your chairman says, "Oh, he can go to a bigger club," but not Spurs. They're not a bigger club. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Any football fan other than Forest fans knows we're bigger than you. It's ridiculous. We keep having these silly conversations, right? We keep.
Why didn't he join you?
Because your chairman wouldn't let him. What are we
My chairman
about?
held a grown man to ransom. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what
hang on, let me finish. Let me finish.
You want to talk about childish conversations? Go on.
Wolfie, right? If your chairman had not stopped it, it was very well documented he was going to come to Spurs for a medical and he agreed personal terms with us. So you can't turn around and say, why didn't he come then? We wanted him. He wanted us. And then whatever happened in that 2 weeks with your chairman, that's different. But you know this. You're just being controversial.
How am I being controversial?
Because to say that, oh, our chairman said you're not a bigger club than us. Of course, we're a bigger club than you. It's not a debate.
Did he say that or not? Did he say that or not?
Did who say it?
Marinakis. Did he say going to Spurs would not be an upward step? Did he say that?
Yes. And who gives him any credence? So because he said,
so by me telling you what he said, just because you don't agree with what he said, doesn't dismiss the fact that he said it.
You're using it. It's that you're using it to say we're not a bigger football club than you. Everyone knows we are. Everyone. Only the Forest fans don't think it.
That big club that was able to take our player, yeah? That big club.
Well, we took Brennan Johnson a few years ago.
You triggered the release clause and you
Why didn't we get him, Wolfie? Why didn't we get him? Is it because of the size of our club or because of how difficult your chairman made it? Which I said, fair play to him. Which one is
he rejected you and signed a new contract with Forest. That's why.
But he didn't reject us. Your chairman wouldn't let the move happen, Wolfie.
If that's the narrative you think it is, Wolfie, then that's fine.
All right, so what is the narrative? Explain to me the narrative.
But then you can delude yourself to
you see the thing with Wolfie, he changes it every time I watch him do a video or show. He's changing what happened. Like, first of all, it's Marinakis bitch slapped Levy and wouldn't let the deal happen. Cool. All right. So there's the narrative. Now it's Gibbs White rejected us. Hang on. We've already said Marinakis wouldn't let the deal happen. Gibbs White, why was he talking to Spurs if he didn't want to come to this small club? Why, Wolfie?
Wait, so players don't...
Illegally, why was he talking to us and agreeing personal terms?
Say again, you lagged. Say again.
Club? Huh?
You lagged. Say again.
You heard it, Wolfie. Stop.
I did it. He lagged.
So why was he talking to us and why did he agree personal terms?
So you don't think players talk or get their agents to talk to other clubs? You don't think players agree terms? You do know Gibbs White agreed terms with Manchester City, yes?
Not the question. Wolfie, again, two of these, one of these, right? The question.
Don't treat me like I'm your fucking 5-year-old son, bro. Either speak to me normally, or
then answer the question normally. This is what you do to everyone every show, mate. So don't give it the big one.
Giving you doesn't mean I'm not answering the question.
You give it the big. This is what you do to every panelist.
My dad don't do that to me. My dad don't do that to me, bro. You think you can tell us that two is your mouth?
Every panelist. Every panelist you do this to, right? Every panelist you want to force on how amazing Forest are. I, of course, know people go and speak to other clubs, right? But why would Gibbs White have agreed personal terms with Spurs? Why would they be talking to Spurs if we're such a small club and we're not an upward step from you?
So you don't think in any reality he used Spurs to get a better deal at Forest?
I'm sure he might have. I'm sure. Listen,
there's your answer.
Sure, but okay. So that's the answer. Or Marinakis bitch slap Levy. Which one is it? The player wanted to come.
Take your pick, because you don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. I can have my subjective opinion. You can.
Let me finish. Make your mind up. Yeah, you can't have it always. What happened, Wolfie? Did the player turn us down, or did Marinakis bitch slap Levy? Because both of those two things can't be true. Which one?
You don't know. I don't know, but I can have my opinion on it. And you can as well. So
which one? In your opinion, which one then? Let's hear it from you for once.
Both.
Stop trying to
both happened in my opinion. I think both happened in my opinion.
You know what?
Marinakis said, what do you mean, how could both happen? So Gibbs White couldn't reject Spurs and Forest couldn't reject Spurs' approach. You saying that couldn't happen?
If Gibbs White didn't want to come to Tottenham, then Marinakis hasn't got anything to bitch slap Levy over. Which one?
Well, you do know the clubs would be the ones. Hold on.
You're in a pretzel.
Hold on. You do understand that the clubs would. Are you going to let me finish? Are you going to let me finish? So the clubs will discuss the fee. The personal terms are discussed with the player and the clubs. Those two are two separate entities. So they can both be rejected. They can both be rejected. So Marinakis could tell Levy to do one on the fee, and Gibbs White could reject Spurs for a better contract with Forest. So explain to me how those two would contradict each other.
See, so this is basic math, right? That works this out. If Morgan Gibbs White has said yes to Tottenham, but then Forest are kicking off and writing letters saying we're not letting this deal happen because of the way you approached it, then Gibbs White must have said yes to us for Marinakis to kick up the fuss. If Morgan Gibbs White didn't say yes to this small little club in North London, then Marinakis has got nothing to reject. Which one is it?
Wait, are you saying that? Hold on. Did Spurs put a bid in to Forest for?
Yes.
Okay. Did you hit the release clause?
From what we're hearing, we didn't hit certain things.
Okay, so if you didn't hit the release clause, do Forest have a right to reject that?
Sure, but you said Gibbs White didn't want to join us. So which one is it?
Hold on. While that's going on, would the player's agent be talking to Spurs?
Do you know what I love? You know he would have been. But do you know what I love about this?
We're going around in
circles. What Wolfie is amazing at. I'll give him this.
He's saying that both things can't be true at the same time when they can be.
On something that you're never going to agree on. So we're just
I agree.
Let's be honest, guys. Like Saba, he's just trying to. The thing is, Wolfie. I know what Wolfie's doing. That's why
We know what Wolfie's doing. He hasn't got one opinion to has five. It's ridiculous. Then he can.
Do you know what a good
person told me?
Very smart because he knows he can.
Do you know what? Someone once told me, George, if you've got an opinion on everything, you've got an opinion on nothing. And the problem is with Wolfie, he wants to be right. The player didn't want us. Hear me out, guys. The player didn't want us. He turned us down. He wants that in his armor. Then he wants his chairman turned us down, even though the player had already turned us down. He wants that in his armor. The problem is these things can't be true. I get what's happening. You guys have had a really good year, but instead of being
we bottled it,
right? No, forget whether you bottled whatever. Instead of letting people go, do you know what? Fair play to Forest. Fair play. They've done really well. Like what the chairman's done, like what the manager's done. What you've come out and done is made everybody so sick of Nottingham Forest because you have got these delusions of grandeur that is just embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. You can't ever
care what you think about Forest. Why you want me to think?
Why are you so busy telling everyone how amazing you are?
Guys, I don't think we're ever going to get. I don't think
we're never going to
agree. By the way,
I feel like I'm arguing with a Man City fan the way this guy talks. He's talking like they're a big club. They've spent like 25 of the last 30 years in the championship.
The same back.
Mate, we've never been in the championship.
We don't need to go into our Spurs and not
never been. Just won a European trophy, mate. Just won a European trophy. What have you done? Finished 7th.
Shall I point to them?
Well done. You finished 7th. Well done. Big club now. We knock away all the bigger clubs. No clubs as big as Forest. God, man.
Where did you
what
finish?
Are you doing?